What is up, FPG fam? Further here, and welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. Now, for today's video, I want to talk about Enchanting Sigils. This is what I consider the end game, what's going to bring out the most potential in your modifier. Furthermore, I believe the game does a poor job of explaining what Enchanting Sigils is and how to do it, and I know that's why a lot of people are confused on how to enchant sigils, and if they do know how to enchant, what they're looking for in terms of stats and things of that nature. So hopefully this video brings you some value. I'm going to be as precise as possible. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm going to go ahead and talk about my Leviathan because this is the modifier I've been working on currently. If we go over to sigils, you can see that all of my sigils are leveled up, and you can see all the skill effects that I have obtained right here. Now if we go into the sigils and we go to cultivate, this is where you're going to be able to enchant. Each sigil has fixed effects that you have to level up in order to unlock, and if you want to obtain additional skills, you have to enchant them. There are 2 slots to each sigil, and if you click into it, this is the enchant screen. Now this is where you are going to be spending a lot of time because this is completely RNG, and this is how you're going to obtain different stats such as crit rate, crit damage, mod index multiplier, skill effects, water element damage, things of that nature. You get the gist. Now you have 3 ways that you can enchant. You have the blue material, the purple material, and the gold material. Now the blue material and the purple material is going to roll only one stat, which is going to be at the top. The gold material is going to roll both stats, and they're going to be random like I mentioned before. Now this is something that I was unaware of initially when I was enchanting and trying to max out my modifiers. Massive shout out to my community, and more specifically Isaac, for providing me this trick. When you are enchanting, what I first recommend is fusing all of your blue ones into purple ones. Once you do that, do not use your gold ones right off the bat. Start with your purple ones. The reason being is because you're going to roll the top stat until you get the one that you're looking for. Now, I know you're asking me, what am I looking for? That's a great question. The stats that you're primarily going to be looking for just about every modifier in the game, if not all of them, is 3 in particular. That is going to be attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage. The reason being is because every modifier in the game does damage, and you don't want one modifier on your team not contributing the best that they can. Now there are going to be some nuances, of course, with different modifiers such as Leviathan and other supports that you're going to be looking for other stats to put on them, but once again, for the most part, you want to go for those 3, make sure those are in place, and then you can go for the other nuanced ones like healing effects and things of that nature. Now, there are levels to these skills, so you can get multiple of the same one, and as you get more, it increases the stat percentage for them, and you can get up to level 8 maximum. So optimally, in an ideal world, you want to get your attack percent, your crit rate, and your crit damage to level 8, especially for your main DPSs, because once again, that's going to allow them to hit and do the most damage. Now, that is where it's going to take a long time. As you can see, I got lucky and got attack percent for my Leviathan to level 8, which I don't even have on my main DPS like Scotty or Living Solo Cyrus. And then you can see for my crit rate, I have at level 4 and crit damage at level 7. This is not bad by any means, and this is where I can work on mid-maxing that crit rate to get it a little bit higher up, and the crit damage to level 8. So those are things to work on, and that's why this is considered the end game. Then you have other effects like gifted healers and things of that nature, right? So that is what you're looking for in most scenarios, if not all of them. Now, if we go back to the enchant, once again, you have the 2 slots. So you're going to go ahead and select one, and you're going to start with the purple one. Now, the reason you're going to start with the purple one is because you are going to save your golds by doing this. You start with the purple one until you roll attack percent, crit rate, or crit damage, or the ideal one that you're looking for. Once you do, you are then going to go ahead and lock that bad boy in. When you lock that guy in, then you are simply rolling the bottom one. It's going to keep the crit rate as you go along. It's not going to change. And you are rolling the bottom one until you get the desired one that you're looking for. Once again, the ideal one, this is going to take a lot of time, and it's going to be a lot of resources that you're going to use, because as you can see, when it's unlocked, it only takes 1, because when you do the gold material, when the stats are not locked, it's going to roll both. So you could lose out on that crit rate unless you abandon all, right? But when you lock it in, that means you're keeping your crit rate in, but it's going to be using now 5 of these. So it's going to be resource intensive, but you're going to get the ideal one that you're looking for, hopefully. So now when you roll, it's just going to be crit rate, and the bottom one is going to change. So those are things that I was unaware of beforehand that is massive when it comes to this. So you can save your gold material by just rolling the purple one, the top one first, get the ideal one you're looking for, lock it in, then roll the bottom one. Hopefully that makes sense. Now I do want to go to a sigil that I am looking to get a better stat on to provide you an example. We're going to go ahead and use this one right here. I have crit rate, but this one is not very ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in. And then let me go ahead and roll the bottom one just so you can see. I can only roll it once. But this is a little bit better, right? Because for my Leviathan, I dodge a lot, but it's much better than this niche one right here. And I still keep the crit rate. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Ideally, I would love for this to be, you know, crit damage or another healing effect. But the max dodge, that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and take it. But we're going to go ahead and continue to roll that as I get more materials. So once again, hopefully that makes sense. And let me go to another sigil where I can give you a more prime example of just rolling the top one for the purple. So if we go to this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and cultivate that, go to enchant. Perfect. So as you can see, we have the fixed one already at Fierce Assault, Sharpened Blade. That's actually pretty good for my Innocence. We're going to go ahead and go here. Now we're going to start with the purple and we're going to roll the top one. Skill damage, not bad. Wind damage, that's not bad as well. And as you can see, these are decent, but I really want to go for an attack percent, crit rate, or crit damage, one of those things. But as you can see, it is completely random. This is once again where you're going to be spending a lot of time just re-rolling until you get the one that you're looking for. And it's going to take a lot of stamina, a lot of resources. As you can see, I probably should have just went with that first one. And there are times where you can maybe settle and decide to, you know, maybe work on it at a different time when you have more resources, but we didn't get lucky there. But that's just part of the process, and that's why this is considered the end game. But anyways, guys, that is everything when it comes to enchanting your sigils that I can think of. Once again, massive shout out to my community and Isaac for providing me that little trick. But that is how you enchant sigils. Those are the stats that you're going to be looking for. As you can see, healing effect on my Leviathan, that's not bad. I'll definitely take it. The mod index multiplier is not the greatest. I would want to go ahead and min-max that. And then healing receive, that's fine as well. You know, other minute stats that you can look for after attack percent, crit damage, crit rate are just the ones that are going to be most beneficial to the modifier that you're working on. So if you're looking for like skill damage up, ultimate damage up, element, for example, on my Leviathan, water damage up is not going to be bad as well. Energy cost down, max dodge. Those are all things that could be beneficial if you have the other ones in place already, or at least have them at a decent level. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you guys got something from it, and hopefully I was precise and to the point for you all. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I do truly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.